Did you know rice is a kind of grass?
Yeah, look right here.
This is what rice looks like when it's growing. That's some new information, isn't it? Isn't that cool?
A few years ago, I had a student in one of my classes who had some pretty difficult physical limitations, and it made everything we did twice as hard for them. And I found myself wanting to find ways to make things easier for him, partly because I was that student in school who struggled, but I had 4 really pivotal teachers who saw what was going on and spoke into my life, and they didn't change the expectations or reduce the work or send me somewhere else. Instead, they taught me that I was capable of learning. We have a saying in my classroom: we do hard things. And we have these great conversations about how we can say, this is hard, but we don't say this is too hard. We talk about that it's okay to ask for help and who the helpers are, and then we get started with the hard thing.
You know what? That's not a great point.
So at the end of that year, I was asking my students what their favorite thing we had learned was. And the student who struggled looked up at me and said, I learned to do hard things. That's what I'm teaching for, both now and for in the future, when little girls or little boys come across a challenge and decide to tackle it. Because they had a teacher a long time ago who taught them that hard is not terrible or impossible, and we do hard things.
Yeah, way to stretch it. You're gonna be a writer, aren't you? And then you said this is a desk. You might want to go back and maybe make them a little bit bigger underneath, okay? Would you want to try that?